Allow me to greet our viewers. My name is Irene Twesam, the Chairman, Central Division, Kawale Municipality, who has also been the Chairman of Upper Maziba, which is among the 3 subcatchments within Maziba catchment in a project called Eureka Project. This is a project that was started by Minister of Water and Environment. My interest in environment, in 2017, the Minister of Water and Environment launched a project which is called Eureka Project and managed to be elected by the sub-county chairpersons of Kabale and parts of Rwanda as their chairman under this Eureka Project. In details, to talk about Eureka. Eureka is an acronym for Enhancing Resilience of Communities to Climate Change through Catchment-Based Integrated Management of Water and Related Resources in Uganda. The main objective of the project was to increase the resilience of communities to floods and landslides in Aswa, Awoja and Maziba catchments through promoting catchment-based integrated, equitable and sustainable management of water and related resources. Maybe to expound more about the objectives, I'll talk about like 3 of the specific objectives of Eureka Project. One was increasing the resilience of ecosystems by supporting sustainable management of forests, wetlands and riverbanks. In this, we can look at when we talk about wetlands, forests and riverbanks. And this is where our people have really done bad to these ecosystems. People are in wetlands practicing agriculture. People have built to the extent of putting perimeter walls along the riverbanks, of the forest cover. Every day we lose it. So our people need to come up and know that all these things of degrading and wasting these ecosystems will have an effect in one way or the other. The second specific objective was to increase the resilience of agricultural landscape by supporting communities in development and implementation of sustainable water harvesting, soil biophysical and flood control structures. Because of deforestation, we have seen a lot of water, high volumes of water running from the hills to the lowlands. And when we are experiencing this, all the productive soil is going to the lowlands. And this is the reason why most of our people have left the hills and gone to the wetlands, because they believe within the wetlands, the fertile soils is where they are. And we have forgotten to understand that once we control the floods, once we encourage our people to ensure that the landscape is made in such a way that once rains come, our good soils will not go downwards, then our people will get high yields in the hills compared to the lowlands. In 2014, I got an opportunity to travel to Egypt, and I managed to visit a place called El Fayum. Egypt is well known to be a desert, but in El Fayum, they import soil, sieve sewage, mix it with that imported soil, put it on top of the sand, do irrigation from the water that comes from here in Uganda, the Nile. And when you look at their harvest, when you look at their oranges, I believe they produce more than what we do in Uganda, with the good soils in eastern Uganda and all other areas that are good for fruit farming. So for us, we have been surviving on one word, gifted by nature. But we cannot remain on that. It's high time we get to know that we need to invest. Of course, when you talk about Israel, when you go out to benchmark, you get to ask, how did they reach where they are? And one of our facilitators talked about the effective government. Once you have an effective government, automatically things move to a right direction. For Israel's approach, they consistently showed visionary leadership in a long-term commitment to agriculture and water. In the early years, 30% of its national budget was devoted to agriculture and water. Then another 30% was devoted in education. So this means that once the education facilities have what is required to train our people, then automatically you have a better human resource to do agriculture.